Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a movie review, but it's not one single movie, it's a series of movies. Um, when I was 6 years old, my mom bought me a comic book at the store, and they were cheap, they were a quarter at the time, so she bought it for me and thought it would, pique my interest, I guess, uh, improve my creativity, that kind of thing. And oh boy, it did. I became obsessed. Comic books. I collected comic books for years. I still have a whole bunch of them in there, and they're great. I'm hoping my son gets into them, collecting and things like that, because it's a comic books have changed recently, and I'm not happy with it. But back in the day, comic books were really great, and from that era, where I remember, the Marvel Comics group has created the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A little bit of background here. Comic books have been part of American culture since 1842. Excuse me, Marvel started in 1939, known as Timely Comics, and later as Atlas Comics. The Stan Lee era started in 1961. Other Marvel legends that started at the same time included Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko. And these guys are responsible for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as any director or writer or movie maker alive today. Um, if it wasn't for their characters, there would be no Marvel Cinematic Universe. And everybody's gone to the movies and seen these, they've gone to the theater and seen these movies, so everybody knows about them. I'm going to recap, because what a lot of people don't realize is, in order to understand the entire thing, the entire effect, you have to see all the movies, and you have to see them in order. So, many times studios have tried to make movies based on these superheroes, but created by these legendary authors, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko. But recently, starting in 2007, Marvel created a series of movies based on these characters in a shared universe, just like the comic books. So you got to watch all the movies, and you got to watch them in order. Here we go. Iron Man came out in 2008. The Incredible Hulk, 2008. Iron Man 2 from 2010. Thor from 2011. Captain America, the First Avenger from 2011. The Avengers from 2012. Iron Man 3 from 2013. Wasn't happy about that one, but I got my own issues with that one. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a TV series, came out from 2013 to 2020. Thor: The Dark World from 2013. Captain America: The Winter Soldier in 2014. That was a really great movie. Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014. Agent Carter was another series from 2015 2016. I want to say it had 2 seasons, and they did not do it justice. It could have ran a lot longer. Daredevil on I want to say it was on Netflix from 2015 to 2018. In my opinion, that's the greatest telling of the Daredevil saga, and you've got to see it. It's really good. The acting, everything about that is really good. Avengers: Age of Ultron from 2015. Ant-Man from 2015. Captain America: Civil War from 2016. Doctor Strange from 2016. Guardians of the Galaxy from 2017. Or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, excuse me, from 2017. And there's 2 that weren't on the list, and I just realized it. Luke Cage had a couple of seasons on Netflix, as did, I want to say it was Netflix, as did Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones I wasn't happy with, but Luke Cage was really good. I enjoyed that until the very last episode. They also did a third one, I just realized. Iron Fist, excuse me, had 2 seasons, and the first season was okay. After that, it wasn't worth it. But you got to include them because they're part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man: Homecoming from 2017. Thor: Ragnarok from 2017. Avengers: Infinity War 2018. Avengers Infinity War was the culmination of all of these movies. Because they're all linked, and they're all in the same shared universe, and they all came together in Avengers Endgame. Or Infinity War, excuse me. Black Panther came out in 2018, and Captain Marvel came out in 2019. I did a video extensively on I talk about it in some of my other videos, excuse me, Captain Marvel. Like the worst possible superhero movie there was, but it's part of this, so you got to watch it too. And finally, Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame was the culmination of all of them. Now they're getting ready to go into phase. I forget what phase it is. They put them in phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I want to say they're in phase 4 now, but don't quote me. I don't keep up with them like that. I keep up with them in other things. Now, these movies are absolutely wonderful for the most part. There's a few clunkers in there, but for the most part, they're brilliant. And with stars like these, and if I listed all the stars, it would be, I wouldn't have room. I'd be a 15-minute video here. I want to keep this kind of short, but Mark Ruffalo, Jeremy Renner, Samuel L. Jackson, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Hemsworth play the original 6 Avengers. Now, it's not exactly according to the comic books, but they did a pretty damn good job. In the original comic books, this is trivia for you comic book fans out there. The original Avengers included only 5. Ready? Giant Man, the Wasp, the Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man. Captain America was not one of the original Avengers. No, he was not. The Hulk got angry and left the group, and that's when they found Captain America buried in the ice. That's according to the comic books. These movies did them differently, but they did a really good job with it, and I was quite happy with the Captain America storyline. The whole thing is good. Like I said, there's a couple of movies that are kind of but the Iron Man 3 and Captain Marvel are the two. And Iron Man 3 is just a failure of the writing, in my opinion. Captain Marvel is just a complete and utter failure, but they had to introduce the characters, so, you know. Avengers Endgame had a lot of plot holes, but it was still pretty good. You know, I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It could have been a lot better. But other than that, these are really great movies. I highly recommend them. If you haven't seen them, I don't see how you couldn't, but if you haven't seen them, you got to watch them in order. Go back and rewind the video and see what I'm saying here. You know, go back and do the video over so you can show the videos in order. But I highly recommend these. They're great action movies. They teach good upstanding moral lessons, life lessons. Stand your ground. When you know you're right and the entire world's telling you to move, you stand there. Be like a tree. Stand there. It's really, really good lessons for kids to learn. And these are all family friendly. They're all great movies. And if you get a chance to watch them, definitely check them out. The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe from 2008 to 2020. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.